WZR Radio starts now. You can call into the show at 724-444-7444 using call ID 30273#. I'm coming up here so I can. Now, here's your host, Ryan Clark and Jose Rivera.
What it do, what it be, what it is a little program we like to call WZR Radio here on WZROnline.com. Do you like that, Jose? Not bad, right?
Not bad. It flowed really well.
It wasn't bad. I thought I was going to mess it up, to be honest with you, but we got a lot to talk about, man. It's been crazy. It's been real busy. We had the pay-per-view on Sunday night. We had Monday Night Raw from last night. We had a couple big releases. One left the company, and another one one gave notice, and one was released from the company. And then we had a big injury to Batista as well. So we have a ton to talk about. And I got you for 2 hours tonight, so that's good news, right?
That's right. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain.
Let it rain. And you know what I was going to say when it comes to wrestling news? You know what I mean? When it rains, it pours. You know what I mean? Where it's like weeks go by and nothing major happens, and then it seems like everything happens at the same time. I mean, since Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening, when we got word of the Batista injury prior to the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, and then we had 4 title changes at the pay-per-view, 5 if you include Miss WrestleMania, but 3 of the main titles, and then the IC title changed hands as well. So it got busy from there, and then Monday we had the Umaga release, and then Vicky Guerrero gave notice to WWE as well. So we have the next 2 hours to run it all down, baby doll. Huh?
It's a lot of fun stuff. This is the reason why I like being in the wrestling business. It's just there's so much things that are happening right now, and of course, you know Kennedy and TNA. I mean, there's just a lot of cool wrestling news that are out there right now.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. We're like I said, we've got 2 hours, and we're gonna be here for probably that entire 2 hours tonight because we have so much to talk about. But let me get some plugs out of the way. I don't have my show file up. That's not good news, right? Let me get this up. We've got our live chat room, WZROnline.com /chat. Lots and lots of people in there already, and more to come by the end of the show for sure. So if you want to go to the live chat room, WZROnline.com /chat. The live phone number to call is 724-444-7444. Call ID number 30273, followed by the pound key. The official website of WZR Radio is WZROnline.com. Hey, we're going to be in New York City this weekend, huh?
That's right. Coming up. Time flies, I tell you.
I know. It seemed like just a few weeks ago we've been talking about this for a minute. We're going to be in New York City. There's a big Ring of Honor show at the Hammerstein Ballroom down in New York this Saturday night. So I am going to make the trip down, which, I found out today that there is a UFC pay-per-view on Saturday. And I don't miss UFC events. You know what I mean? But this one,
hey, trust me, if you need to reschedule, I got a tournament that morning that I can go to, that I'm not going to.
No.
But I'm skipping that one. I'm skipping it. So,
dude, I thought about it, and then I was thinking to myself, Saturday comes around, and it's going to be 2:00 in the afternoon here, right? And I'm going to have to say, all right, got to get in the car, got to drive 2.5. I don't mean to bitch, you know what I mean? But whatever. I got to drive 2.5 hours, 3 hours down to New York City, have a little dinner, go to a pro wrestling show, and then drive 3 hours back up north, which puts me back in Albany at about 3 in the morning. So I thought about
the time that I'll be leaving the club, probably Saturday night, whichever one
I know. You're going to stay down there, huh? Saturday.
Definitely staying down there.
Yeah.
I'm in New York. You got to take advantage of it.
I know, and I don't go to this, but I didn't do much planning. I didn't even know if I was going to do it leading up to it, and then, I don't know. I found out the UFC pay-per-view is on today. Totally forgot about it because we had a Strikeforce and the WEC event over the weekend, which were, wow, both of those shows, if you're an MMA fan, I would go out of your way to see those. Especially the WEC show that's going to air tomorrow night on the Versus Network, a replay of Mike Brown and Uriah Faber, which was an excellent fight on Sunday night. That was another thing too. I had the Extreme Rules pay-per-view was Sunday. Then I had the WEC pay-per-view, or not pay-per-view. It was free on Versus that went head-to-head with that. And, of course, the main events, you had the ladder match and the Uriah Faber and Mike Brown. And, to go head-to-head at the same time, and I'm going back and forth because I had a stream up on the computer and I had WEC on the TV, and then somebody sent me a message and said, "Are you watching the NBA game?" And I switched over. So I was going back and forth between three things, and, of course, the NBA game wound up being tied up with like 10 seconds to go, and they went to overtime. So it was WEC, NBA, and overtime, and Extreme Rules. So a lot going on, Jose.
A lot of channel flipping this past weekend for you.
Channel flipping and stream flicking as well, as WWE has this new thing. You poor guys the guys that use like the Justin TV streams and things like that are just basically totally screwed right now. I mean, I use somebody that streams it directly from his TV. No more legal than the Justin.tv streams. But yeah. So I mean, those guys. I know people that use the Justin.tv streams from previous pay-per-views, and Sunday they were having a hell of a time. It seemed like they'd get one, and then the next one would go down, and they'd get one, and then
keep on catching up, keep on chopping. I mean, a lot of guys from the studios are in front of laptops and continuously monitoring their propriety, and of course, Justin TV is definitely a site that's targeted by the WWE.
Well, here's the thing, and it's like these things have hit counters on them, and it says like 14,000 people. I mean, think about it like this. When you have 180,000 people that actually purchase the pay-per-view, say 200,000 on average for pay-per-view buy rates for your average pay-per-view, we'll give them 200,000. And these internet streams are like 14,000 on one, and then you go to the next one and there's 22,000 on that one, and you go to the next one and there's 8,000 on that one. I'm thinking to myself, I mean, there's probably, I don't know, 500,000 people or more that are on these streams, and WWE's stance on it is, wait a second, if we have 500,000 people using internet streams, that's pay-per-view revenue, that's $39 or whatever it is, the cost of a WWE pay-per-view that they feel, I mean, they're right. You know what I mean? It's illegal, especially to stream pay-per-views. You know what I mean? If it was a normal TV show, I mean, I know that's illegal as well. But when it comes to a pay-per-view, I mean, that's a major source of revenue for the company. You know what I mean? And
especially at a time where the revenue has declined overall, and especially during pay-per-view time. So I mean, if they're if you're calculating $34.99 at 500,000 people watching these things, it adds up pretty much, a lot. So, that's one of the reasons why WWE. I mean, and we know this. We're from the old school, man. I mean, at one time, WWE sent us, or at least sent me a legal letter at WrestleSite.com about providing play-by-play, on the site, or there were a couple other websites that were uploading images at the, while the event happened. So it's definitely nothing new for the WWE, and they kind of know how to handle it. It's just now, obviously, it's escalated to video.
I'll tell you what. Back in the day, about 7 or 8 years ago, I used to, what was the law firm? I used to get cease and desist letters all the time for
Dudes
images.
in Chicago.